Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, in this lecture we will start with the function and the graph. In this function we compute some properties for the lines, the function, and how can graph the function intersection between two lines and other subject in this chapter. Okay, any question before starting the lecture? Any question? Any question? Can you hear me and see slides? Okay, in first subject, we will start to how find the distance between 2 points on the line or in the rectangular coordinates xy plane, and how can find the midpoint. Okay, look at this. If we have on the xy plane, this rectangular coordinate also means we have 2 points, the first point and the second point. This one x1, y1, and we have another point x2 and y2. So we need to find the distance between these points. The distance between these points we can compute it by this formula. The difference between the x square plus the difference between the y coordinate square and take the roots. So the distance between these 2 points we denoted by d. This is the d, and this is equal the radical of what? Of x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square for any x and y coordinates. Okay, now also we can find the midpoint. Midpoint means this one, midpoint, the point between the first point and the second point. The midpoint we can compute by this formula, the summation of x over 2, this is the x coordinate, and the summation of y coordinates over 2 also, and denoted by m. So this point called m, and m we can compute it by the first the x coordinate we can compute it by x1 plus x2 over 2 and y1 plus y2 over 2. So we need to take the example how can find the midpoint and the distance using this formula. Look at this. We have 2 points. The first one minus 4 and minus 5. This one x1 and this is y1. And another point we have 6 minus 1. This is x2 and this is y2. Sorry. Find the distance between the point and the midpoint. The distance, this is the d, and midpoint, this is the m. Okay, and we use the formula. So x minus x 6 minus minus 4 all square, and y2 minus y1 square minus 1 minus minus 5 square. Look at this. 6 minus minus 4 equal 10. 10 square we have 100, and minus 1 plus 5, this is equal 4. 4 square equal 16. 100 plus 16, we have this, the distance. Okay, we can keep it radical 116, and also we can simplify by 2 multiply radical 29. Okay, now how can find the midpoint? The midpoint equal the summation of the x coordinate, so we must find the summation between x1 and x2. So we have minus 2 over 2, this is equal, 2 over 2, this is equal 1. And the summation between y coordinates, this equal minus 6 over 2, this is minus 3. So this is, we can use this formula to find the distance and midpoint. Any question? Any question? Okay, no question. We need here to find the distance. The distance, this is the D. Find the D. We have 2 points, and we need to find the distance between 2 points. These 2 points equal radical x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square, and put it x1 and y1 for the first point and the second point. Okay, yeah, كيف الرفاعي, and use the formula midpoint x1 plus x2 over 2 y1 plus y2 over 2. This is for midpoint, and drawing the what's the distance and what's the midpoint. Okay, look at this, graphing an equation. If you need to graph an equation, you must find many points, many value of x and y. Okay, for example, we can put it like this, the table x and y, and put it x, for example, minus 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, and so on, and find many points, that relation between x and y, and determine on the xy plane, and connect between them by line or curves. Okay, to determine the x-intercept, y-intercept, x-intercept, please mute your mic, please. This equal a and 0, so this is the y always equal 0. If you need to find the x-intercept, always the y equals 0, and find the value of x. If you need to find the y-intercept, this point equals 0b, so always the x equal what? Equal 0. So if we need to find the y-intercept, must be the value of x equals 0, and find the y. If you need to find the x-intercept, y equals 0, and find the x. What's the meaning y-intercept? What's the meaning x-intercept? This is the intersection between the curve or the equation and these axes. So any point for any graph, for example, like this, if we have like this graph with another color like this, the intersection between the y-axis and the curve, this called Y-intercept. And always this is the x coordinate equals 0. This is 0, B. Okay? And the point, the intersection point between the curve and x-axis, for example, at A, this is always A and Y coordinate equals 0 and called X intercept. Okay? Look at this. We have this relation and equation between x and y. X equal y squared minus 4. So if we have x alone on the side and y another side, so put it the value of y. For example, look at this, y equal minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, like this. At least 5 points. Okay, now when substitute y equal minus 2, for example, look at this. This is the equation. X equal what? X equal y squared minus 4. So if we substitute minus 2, so we have x minus 2 squared minus 4. So we have 0. Look at this value of x, 0. When substitute minus 1, x equal what? Minus 1 squared minus 4. So this is equal 1 minus 4 equal negative 3. So we have negative 3. And substitute 0, we have minus 4. So we have at least 5, 6 points, for example. So the first point, x 0 and y minus 2. The second point, minus 3, minus 1. The third, minus 4, 0. Minus 3, 1. And 0, 2. Look at this. This is the, for example, first point, minus 4, 0. We have another minus 3 and minus 1, like this here. Minus 3 and 1 here. 2 and 0. Minus 2 and 0. 0 minus 2, 0, 2. So if we connect between them by the curve, so we can draw approximately the graph of the equation. Okay. يعني تعويض مباشرة. نعم. طيب, how can find the x-intercept or y-intercept? If we need to find the x-intercept, so the value of y equal what? The value of y must equal 0. If we need to find, look at this. We need to find x-intercept. X-intercept means y equals 0. So we have the equation x equal y squared minus 4. Directly put it the y equals 0. So x equal what? 0 minus 4. We have minus 4. So the point minus 4 and 0. This is the x-intercept. Okay. Now we need to find y-intercept. Y-intercept means x equals 0. Okay. Now we have the equation x equal y squared minus 4. So the x equals 0. So we have y squared minus 4. And then we can conclude y squared equal 4. Take the radical for both sides. So we have y equal what? Plus minus 2. So what can I do if we have plus minus 2. So how many points here? How many y-intercept here? How many y-intercept? We have 2 y-intercept. The first one, the x always 0, okay? And y, for example, 2 and 0 and minus 2, because we have 2 value of y at x equals 0. Look at this, 2 value. This is the first one and this is the second one. This is the y-intercept. Y-intercept means the intersection point between the curve and y-axis. And look at this point. This is the intersection between the curve and x-axis. Always the y-intercept on the y-axis. Always the x-intercept on x-axis. Okay? No, الخط الأفقي والخط لما نحكي y-intercept، خلينا الآن يعني نشرح. y-intercept اللي هي نقطة تقاطع الكيرف مع المحور الواي الصادات، هذا اللي بتسموه اللي هو العمودي، اوكي، الرأسي، اوكي. اما لما نحكي x intercept فهذا نقاط التقاطع الكيرف مع اللي هو الافقي اللي هو الاكس اكسس اللي هو محور الاكس، اوكي. دائما y intercept on the y axis, the x intercept on the x axis دائما. Any question? طيب اوكي، look at this circle. لا، المعادلة مو ثابتة يا منى، ما لها دخل، هاي معادلة من الاكزامبل. انا ممكن اغيرها، ممكن احط والله y تربيع تساوي لي مثلا 5x minus 2، ممكن احط لك مثلا x equal y plus 2 او minus 2، او يعني هي حسب المعادلة مو ثابتة هنا. واضح يا منى؟ نعم، الرسم بتتغير حسب المعادلة، والاكس انترسبت والواي انترسبت حسب المعادلة. المعادلة هذه أعطاني إياها في المثال، تمام؟ هسه من المثال قال لي ارسمها، رسمتها. أنا لو بدل ما أحط مثلا ماينس 4 أحط بلس 4 اختلفت كل المعادلة. لو أضرب الإكس في 2 اختلفت المعادلة. لو أحط بدل واي تربيع أحط فقط واي اختلفت المعادلة. فهي حسب المعادلة اللي بيعطيني إياها السؤال. احنا بنكون نقاط بنقدر نرسمها، وعن طريقها برضو بنقدر من المعادلة بنعوض الواي زيرو عشان نطلع الاكس انترسبت، بنعوض الواي زيرو عشان عفوا الاكس زيرو بنعوضها عشان نطلع الواي انترسبت، وبنعوض الواي زيرو عشان نطلع الاكس انترسبت. تمام؟ نعم، تطبيق حسب المعادلة. إذا ما إلها حل هذا إشي ثاني. كيف ما إلها حل؟ ما إلها حل يعني ما في انترسبت بس فقط. يعني كلام هنا مثلا ممتاز، يعني متابعين الأمور عندكم ممتازة، أسئلتكم بالعكس. يعني شوف هنا مين اللي سألت، نداء. طيب الإكس ممكن تيجي ما إلها حل؟ أكيد ممكن. إما إلها حل هذا معناه إنه مثلا الرسمة ممكن تكون يا نداء بهذا الشكل. على سبيل المثال ما في عندي إكس انترسبت، في عندي واي انترسبت مثلا 1. واضح؟ ما في إكس انترسبت. وضحت الفكرة؟ مش هي ما بنقول نو سوليوشن، هي بنقول إنه not exist، غير موجودة. تمام؟ يا نداء. نعم، حسب الدالة المعطى بالسؤال نرسم، نطلع الواي انترسبت، نطلع الاكس انترسبت. تمام. حتى الواي ممكن ما يكون لها حل، يعني ممكن الرسم تكون بهذا الشكل على سبيل المثال. لو اعتبرنا هذه مثلا f of x، هذه مثلا g of x مثلا، هذه في x intercept لكن ما في y intercept، فهي حسب المعادلة بالنهاية. تمام. نيجي للسيركل. السيركل اللي هي الكل بيعرفها، هي عبارة عن دائرة. تمام، مش إليبس، هذا بنسميه إليبس سواء horizontal أو vertical، هذا بنسميه إليبس. طبعا هنا الأبعاد بين خلينا نحكي الفيرتيكال والهوريزونتال is different, but the circle we have the center and the distance between the center، هذا السنتر اللي هو HK، البوينت HK، and the distance between any point on the circle and the center is fixed، دائما ثابتة. This is radius، الR، الراديوس هو الR. الآن إذن for any circle we have center, and this center always denoted by H and K, and radius denoted by R. The general equation equal x minus h square, this is h, this is the x coordinate of the center, this is h and k, this is the center h and k, okay, and equal radius square, this is the radius square. Okay, so if you have this equation, for example, like this, x minus this equation, I need to find the center and a radius. The equation x minus 3 square plus y plus 7 square equal 4, and we have maybe x minus 1 square plus or plus and y square equal, for example, 5. So for the first equation, what's the value of center? The first equation. The first equation, we have equation x minus 3 square plus y plus 7 square equal, the center equal 3 and negative 7. Take opposite of the sign, 3 and negative 7. Okay, ممتاز. And the radius equal, good, equal 2. The second equation, no, not square of the هنا بناخذ الجذر، الراديوس هنا مثلا هنا سكوير، فإذا بدنا الآر بدنا ناخذ لها الجذر. ماشي يا بروفيسور؟ مش بنربع الأربعة هذه، ناخذ هذه الأربعة ناخذ لها الجذر. أوكي؟ طيب ليش ما أخذنا الماينس 3؟ ناخذها عكس الإشارة. شوفي هنا مين اللي صارت أروع. شوفي هنا ماينس اتش، شو أخذناها؟ اتش. ناخذ عكس الإشارة يا أروع. تمام؟ وهنا مثلا ماينس كي أخذناها كي، فإذا كان عندي مثلا ماينس 3 ناخذ بوزيتيف 3. إذا كان عندي مثلا بوزيتيف 7 أخذنا ماينس 7. طيب اللي بعدها شو السنتر؟ negative 1 and 0. Good, because we have here we can write y minus 0 all square. So If we don't have the constant subtract or addition for y and all squared, so this is equal 0, the y coordinate. And the radius equal what? Equal the radical 5. No need to simplify. No need to simplify. Radical 5. Okay? Any question? Okay. Look at this. Write the standard form for the equation of the circle who has this center and we have radius 5. This is, we need to find the equation. Before this slide, we put the equation and obtain the center and radius. Now we have the center and the radius and we need to find the equation. Look at this. Just put the 3 on the h and minus half on the k, and this r we need to find the square of 5. So directly this is, we can put it x minus 3 square and y plus half square, and the square of 5 equal 25. It's easy, very easy, I think. Yeah, any question? If you have the point, the center point, and the radius, you can find the equation. Yeah, any question? It's easy. Okay, we have another form of the equation circle. Okay, look at this. X squared plus y squared plus ax plus by plus c equals 0. Look at this. X squared plus y squared must be the x square and y square have the same number, the same sign. نفس الإشارة نفس الكوفيشنت للإكس سكوير وواي سكوير plus ax plus by plus c equal what? Equal 0. This is the general form. Okay, general form. This is the general form. Before, this is called the standard form. We have difference between standard form. Standard form, this is x minus h square plus y minus k square equal r square. This is the standard form. Okay? But we have x square plus y square plus ax plus by plus c equals 0. This is the general form. Okay? Now, how can convert from general form to standard form? To convert from general form to standard form, we using the complete square. The complete square here. Okay? How can find the complete square? Complete square, so if you have ax, divide the a over 2 and square the result. For example, look at this. If we have x squared plus y squared plus, for example, 4x plus and 10y plus c equal, for example, 2 equal or 3, okay, or minus 3, no problem, equal 0. We need to convert to standard form. To convert the standard form, firstly, put it the x with x square and y square with y, and move the -3 to another side. So we have x square plus 4x plus y square plus 10y, and this is equal what? 3. Okay, now look at this. Look at this number 4. 4 always divide by 2 and take square. This is equal what? 4. 4 over 2, 2. 2 square equal 4. And also the same we doing to the coefficient of y. We have 10 over 2, 5. 5 square equal what? 25. Now, look at this. We have the x square plus 4x plus y square plus 10y equal 3. الآن بنزيد الأربعة we add the 4 for both sides and add the 25 for both sides. لاحظ هذه ال 25 زدناها هنا وهنا، والأربعة نفس الشيء زدناها هنا والطرف الآخر. الآن this is the complete square. This is equal x plus 2 all square اللي هو جذر الاكس سكوير وجذر الأربعة اللي أخذناها في الفصول الماضية. And this is the complete square also. This is equal what? Y plus 5 square. And this equal what? 25 plus 4, 29. 29 plus 3, 32. So this is the standard form for the circle with center 2 minus 2 sorry and minus 5, and the radius equal r radical 32 minus 2 and minus 5. Okay, look at this example, another example also. Look at this x square, y square, minus 12 plus y. So we concern about the negative 12. Negative 12 divided by 2 minus 6 square. So we have 36. So we add 36 here and here. Look at this 36. Now for y, 8 over 2, 4 square 16, so we must add the 16 here and another side. Okay, now this complete square, this is equal x minus 6. 36 جبناها يا خلود اللي هي minus 12 over 2 الكل سكوير، نفس القاعدة اللي حكيتها قبل شوي، نقسم على 2 ونربع. معامل x ومعامل y نفس الشيء، معامل y نفس الشيء اللي هو 8 over 2 سكوير. هذه شو بتعطينا 16، هذه شو بتعطينا 36. نعم، التحويل بهذه الطريقة، معامل x منقسمه معامل y منقسمه. طبعا إذا ما في x terms ما في x، فهذا معناه إنه خلص الإكس تربيع جاهزة، ما بنحول شيء. هذا المربع تبعها. أي سؤال هنا؟ طبعا هذه من وين جبناها؟ اللي هي تربيع الأول، الجذر الأول والجذر الأخير. جذر x تربيع x جذر 36 6. حطينا نيجاتيف لأنه هنا نيجاتيف فحطينا نيجاتيف اللي هي القاعدة اللي أخذناها complete sequence. فعندي بقدر أحسب we can compute the center and radius. Any question? Any question? Okay, now the function and the relation. The ordered pairs for x and y, this called the relation x and y, the relation between x and y. And the set, this is the relation. For example, if we have this set and this set, this is x relation with y, okay? All the value of x, this is the domain, called the domain, and the value of y called the range. Okay? Now, the function, this is the same, but the function, we have more constraint. Just connect every x with one y. So, look at this. If we have, for example, this is the domain and this is the range. This is the domain and this is the range. The function must be any value. For example, here 1 and here 2. Just connect with one value of y. For example, 1 connect with 0 and 2 connect with, for example, 5. Okay, this is the function. Now, if we have any relation between the D and R and the, for example, 1 connect with, this is 1, connect with 0 and connect with, for example, 5 and 2 connect with 7, this is the function, not function. Why? Because we have the value in the domain connect with two value in the y. Okay, so this is not function, not function. This is the function. Okay, also if we have value on the domain not connect with any value of the y, this is also not function. And for example, if we have, this is the D and this is the R, and we have 1 connect with 0 and 2 not connect with any value of, this is the 2, not connect with any value on the R, this is the relation, not function. This is not function. لازم علاقة واحدة مع الرينج. نعم. لازم علاقة؟ نعم لازم علاقة. واحدة فقط؟ نعم لازم واحدة فقط. أي سؤال؟ Any question؟ نعم الدومين اللي هو اللي بنسميه المجال والرينج المدى، أو نسميه الكودومين المجال المقابل. Any question? طيب, if we have all the value of the domain connect with one value of the codomain or the range, this is function or not function? Again, if we have, for example, 3 value in the domain connect with one value on the range, this is function or not function? Yes, function. This is also function. Okay, this is function. Because We just concern on the domain. Must be the exact direction to the codomain. And just one relation. طيب نشوف شو ممكن نسأل هنا. Look at this. This is the relation. Okay. What's the domain of this relation? The domain, this is the first coordinate. This is the domain. الدومين عادة اللي هو أول عدد من كل relation. Okay, اللي هو 8, 3 and 9. And what's the range? Range اللي هو this one. This one a range. So now we have 2. So write 1 2. يعني إذا تكررت 2 ما هو نفس الرينج في النهاية. هي نفس القيمة. فبنكتبها 2 and 5. Okay. This is the relation and how can find the domain from the relation and the range. Okay. Look at this relation. This is the function or not function. 4 6 3 5 4 1. This is the function, not function. Why this is not function? We have 4 have relation with 6 and 1. نعم مكرر. Look at this. This is the, if we have the domain equal what? 4 and 3. The codomain, our range, we have 6, 5 and 1. 4 connect, have relation with 6 and the 3 with 5 and the 4 also with 1. So we have لاحظ the 4 have two relation. So this is not function. Sure. Look at the first one. This one. We have 8, 3 and 9. Different. Okay. And we have 2 and 5. 8 have relation with 2. 3 with 2 and 5 with 9 with 5. This is the function. This is function. Now look at this relation. We have 3 5 2 1 9 0. Look at this. 3 2 9, and we have the range 5 1 and 0. 3 with 5, 2 with 1 and 9 with 0. So this is function. Okay. Any question? Also, we have the vertical line test. This test, from this test, we can know the graph. This is function or not function. We can determine this the graph function or not function. How can apply this vertical line test? Look at this vertical line test. This is the vertical line test in the red. Okay, and make the scan or moving this vertical line from left to right. How many intersection points between this line and the curve? If we put it here or move it to here move it to the left, move it to the left. We have always only one point. So this is the function. Because always we have one point. But look at this. We have intersection, 2-point intersection between the vertical line and the curve. So this is not function direct. Okay, for example, look at this. If we put it, wait. Look at this curve. If we have the vertical line test like this, the vertical line test for the first graph, intersection with any position of the curve have one point. So this is the curve. Function or not function? This is function. Okay, the second one, look at this. If we have vertical line test, how many intersection point? We have 3 intersection point. So this is function, not function. Look at the third one. We have 2 intersection point also. So directly this is not function. Look at the last one. If we have the vertical line and move it to any position from left to right, always we have just 1 point intersection between the curve and the vertical line. So this is function. Okay, any question? And we can also, from the graph, determine the domain and the range. For example, for the first one, what's the domain? Domain means all value of x. So we don't have the graph start from the determined x and into the determined x. So we have from minus infinity to infinity, the domain for the first graph. But the range, look at this, the range, the graph on the y-axis, range, this is y-axis. And the domain x-axis. Okay, the value of x-axis. Look at the range. The range starts from what? From here. And we have many value for y, but start from -4. So we don't have any value of the y, for example, -5 or -6 or -7 and so on. So the range starts from -4 to infinity. This is the range. Look at the second graph. Second graph, the x starts from -4 and end to the 4. So the domain from -4 to the 4. But the range starts from the -2 and the end to 2. This is the range. So the range from -2 to 2. Okay. Any question? Look at this. Start from -4 to minus infinity, and we have the domain from minus infinity to infinity. Here we need to substitute some value on the x. الرسم اللي قبله ممكن ترجع له. هذا مين بيسأل؟ واضحة. هذا قصدك؟ خلاص انتهينا. Okay. Look at this function. هذا given. هنا بيبدأ الحل. شو مطلوب؟ خلينا يعني دائما أبين لكم وين السؤال وين الحل وشو المطلوب عشان يعني تكونوا بالصورة. هون بقول لي find مثلا f2 and هذا 1 and find f x plus 4. هذا المطلوب. تمام؟ find f2 and find the f x plus 4. طبعا f of x هذا دائما رمز للفانكشن برمزه. we can use f of x, g of x, h of x, any letter. okay, of x يعني with respect to x. okay, now مش معادلة function. أنا أتحدث يعني كيف الرفاعي، أنا أتحدث عن function مش معادلة. المعادلة مو شرط تكون function. function دالة قصدك، نعرف من الخط العمودي إذا هي دالة أو لا. أوكي، في فرق بين معادلة ودالة. الدالة معادلة، أما مش أي معادلة تعتبر دالة. يعني معادلة مثلا قبل شوي أخذنا معادلة الدائرة. لو نيجي نرسم الدائرة قبل شوي أخذنا معادلة الدائرة، صح ولا لا؟ وقلنا ستاندرد فورم وإلى آخره. هل الدائرة تعتبر فانكشن؟ لا. ليش؟ بكل بساطة من الفيرتيكال لاين تيست we have two intersection point. تمام؟ وعشان فقط تفرقوا بيناتهم. أنا عارف أنت يعني الكلمات فقط أخطأت بالكلمات، لكن فرصة إنه نوضح شو الفرق بين الدالة والمعادلة. طيب الآن هذا خليه يعني مثال محلول لكم. ممكن أنا أحط مثال أفضل، لكن مش أفضل عفوا، يعني مثال آخر نحله. لكن هنا نستعرض سريع. يعني f2 here if we need to find f2 so we need to substitute the 2 on the x square and the x and find the value by calculator, by find the addition, subtraction, multiplication, exponent, and so on. Okay, now look at this x plus 4. X plus 4, we put it the x plus 4. Replace x with x plus 4 here and here. And find the more simplified by removing the brackets. لا هي مطلوب. أنا قلت find. هذا من السؤال حطيت خط عشان تميزوا يا نداء. ركزي معي، أنا حطيت خط قلت لكم هذا السؤال وهذا الجواب. أوكي، حطيت خط. ليش حطيت خط؟ عشان تميز بين السؤال وبين الجواب. السؤال مطلوب عندنا function. الفانكشن شو هو 2x square plus 3x. مطلوب مني إيجاد find it 2، يعني بدي replace 2. find x plus 4 بدنا replace with x plus 4. خليني أزيد أكتب مثال من عندي هنا. For example, let f of x equal خلينا نحكي 5x square minus 4x. We need to find find number 1. For example, f in -2. Number 2, f for example 1. Number 3, f 2 x. Number 4, f x plus h مثلا. وإذا بدكم تقترحوا علي بإمكانكم تحطوا الخامس أنتم نحله. Okay, the first one we need to find f in -2. This is equal what? The solution equal, replace the value of x with -2. So we have 5 multiply -2 square. Look at this. This is x. Replace with what? With -2. And -4 multiplied by -2. So replace x with -2. We have 5 multiply 4, the -2 square, 4. -4, -2, -8. So we have a +8, sorry, negative. So we have 20 plus 8, 28. This is the result, okay? The second, 1, 5, 1 square, -4 multiply 1. So we have 5 minus 4 equal what? 1. Okay. Now, 2x. 2x means replace x with 2x. Minus 4, replace x with 2x. So we have 2. We can distribute the square on the 2 and x. So we have 5 multiplied by 4x square minus 8x. 8x from -4 multiply 2. And now 5 multiply 4, we have 20x square minus 8x. This is the value of f2x. Good, Russell. Now, x plus h. X plus h, this equal 5 x plus h square minus 4 multiplied by x plus h. Now we need to more simplify by find the x plus h square and multiply -4 with the brackets. This equal 5 and x plus h square, x plus h all square, this equal the first square plus 2xh plus h square. And -4 multiply x, -4x, -4 multiply h, -4h. Okay? No. Not h equal 0. امسح لي اياها هذه، هذا بنطبقها h equal 0. هذا في الديريفاتيفز، هذا مش موجود هنا. هذا في 129 ما نخربط هنا. فقط انا بدي x بلس h، ما نفرض والله ال h 0 من عندي. تمام. Now this equal 5x square plus 10xh plus h square minus 4x minus 4h. And this is equal what? We have 5x square plus, this is the simplify. No need more. Okay. نسيت من ال 5h, sorry. نقول ناسي شيء. 5h square. Good. Okay, this is the x plus h, f of x plus h. Okay. Any question? Any question? Look at this. Always we can use the y as f of x as the y. We can use it if in case the y is the function. Okay, if the y is the function, so we can replace y with f of x and replace f of x with y, no problem. And if we need to find the x-intercept means what? Y equal what? 0. So f of x equals 0 because y equals 0. This means f of x equals 0. And if we need to find y-intercept, so we need to find f is 0 because if y-intercept, so this means x equal what? 0. If we need to find y-intercept, this means y equal 0. So if we need to find x-intercept, y equals 0. So f of x equals 0. But if we need to find y-intercept, this means x equals 0. So we need to find what? f is 0. مش معناها واضحة العكس. احنا لما قلنا بدنا نوجد الواي انترسبت، يعني بدنا نوجد الاكس مثلا، بدنا نوجد الاكس انترسبت، احنا بدنا نوجد قيمة ايش؟ الاكس. طب شو الواي؟ الواي بتكون 0. الآن لما بدنا نوجد الواي انترسبت، الواي انترسبت بدنا نوجدها، إذا شو الاكس راح تكون؟ راح تكون الاكس 0. خلاص الاكس 0، لكن احنا بدنا نوجد الواي. اوكي؟ يعني فهموها بالطريقة اللي أحيانا في بعض بترجم يعني الكلمات ممكن تكون يعني معنى علمي مش دقيق، لكن هو برمجها ريليتد مع القاعدة أو شيء يعني معين في ذهنه، فهي حسب الشخص. الآن نيجي للأبسوليوت فاليو. احنا already we study the absolute value and we have the function absolute value. We can put it absolute value in the function. We can, for example, f of x equal absolute value x minus 2. So we need to find the x-intercept and y-intercept to the function. If we need to find y-intercept, this is easy. Y-intercept, so we need to find f is 0. F is 0, 0 minus 2 minus 2. So the point 0 minus 2. This is the y-intercept. Now, if we need to find x-intercept, this is the mean what? Mean this is f of x. This is f of x. F of x equals 0. So we have the absolute value. This absolute value equal what? Equal 2. So if we need to remove absolute value, we put it the inside absolute value equal positive and negative the right hand side. So we have x equal 2 and x equal minus 2. Okay. Any question here? So we have to x-intercept. Any question؟ يعني أشكر الطلبة اللي يردوا على الطلبة اللي عندهم الأمور يعني في خطأ في الاتصال. هذا بيعطيني انطباع إنه الأمور ماشية صح ومش من عندي المشكلة، ف يعني نوع من أنواع المساعدة، وأنا برضو أستنبط إنه الأمور تمام عندي. طيب، how can find the domain? The domain, we have 3 types. If we have rational, radical, and polynomial. Look at this. I put it the 3 function. Wait. the example, find the domain. Find the domain of the function, the following function. Number 1, f of x equal 5x squared minus 2x plus 1. Number 2, f of x equal 3x minus 1 over 2x plus 6. Number 3, f of x equal radical, for example, 5x minus 20, like this. Okay, and we need to find the domain. The domain from first one, if we have polynomial means we have x with power positive integer. Okay, x square, x like this, x to the power 3, x to the power 5, x to the power 4. We don't have x to the power minus 2 or x in the denominators, or x have the radical inside the radical. Okay, this is the polynomial. polynomial معناه انه الاسس للاكس موجبه، اعداد صحيحه موجبه. So the domain directly, domain هو R. يعني any real number. What's the meaning domain? شو يعني نعني بدومين؟ domain the value of x can substitute in f of x. يعني قيم x اللي ممكن نعوضها، هذا هو الدومين. شو القيمة اللي ممكن نعوضها ب f of x؟ R يعني any numbers means any numbers. Okay. Now f of x equal 3x minus 1 over 2x plus 6. Here we cannot substitute any value of x in f of x, because sometimes if we substitute some x, maybe the denominators equal 0. If the denominators إذا كان المقام 0, this is big problem. Okay, so this is must be the solution here must be 2x plus 6 must be not equal what 0. الدومينيتورز ممنوع يكون 0، صح ولا لا؟ So 2x must be not equal minus negative 6. إذا moving the positive 6 from left to right by divide by 2, so x not equal what? Minus negative 3. So the domain خليه هنا الدومين R minus the value of the denominators equal 0. This is minus 3. The value of x that become the denominators equal 0. So any real numbers we can substitute except what? Except minus 3. We can put it like this, or from minus infinity to minus 3 union from minus 3 to infinity as interval. We can put it in the form r minus negative 3, or from minus infinity to minus 3, and from negative 3 to infinity. Here r means, this is means from negative infinity to infinity. This means the r. Okay. ليش صارت الستة سالبة؟ صار بتسأل. في أحد ممكن يجاوبها؟ واي قلناها على الطرف الثاني. بالضبط يا سارة، لما ننقل أي قيمة from left to right from right to left لازم نغير الإشارة. وضحت الآن؟ العفو. طيب الآن if we have radical we cannot ممنوع يعني radical. شوفوا radical شو الممنوع؟ مثلا radical 4 بإمكاني أوجدها 2. أما radical negative 4 this is not real number not real number. صح ولا لا؟ ممنوع يكون negative inside the radical square roots. Now solution. نعم هاو complex number. احنا هنا الدومين دائما خلينا نركز على الريال نمبر لما نسأل على الدومين. تمام. الآن إذا inside the radical 5x minus 20 must be greater than or equal 0. لازم يكون greater than or equal 0. إذا 5x must be greater than or equal what? 20. When move the negative 20 from left to right, this is positive 20. By divide by 5, so x greater than or equal what? 4. So the domain x greater than or equal 4, or we can put it as interval from 4 to infinity. Greater than or equal 4, this is from 4, 5, 6 to infinity. Okay, so from 4 to infinity. This is the domain. Any question about the domain? Any question?
دكتور
تفضلي.
إذا كان مثلا كسر البسط مثلا رقم عادي والمقام في جزء، شلون بشلون الدومين؟
طيب اوكي ما في مشكلة بجاوبك. الآن أحط مثال رابع. زميلتكم تسأل بس يا ريت نسأل عادة شو اسمه اوكي طيب ما في مشكلة. طيب نمبر 4 زميلتكم بتسأل حسب ما فهمت انه يكون f of x equal في البسط ما عندها اي مشكلة. مثلا يكون عندي 2x minus 3 ما في مشكلة، وعندي جذر في المقام. هذا اللي سألتيه؟
ايوه
مثلا minus 12 او minus 18 مثلا بهذا الشكل. زي ما لكم انه قالت اذا الجذر في المقام. الان نفس المبدأ احنا لاحظوا هنا الجذر شو قلنا لازم يكون greater than or equal 0. لكن لما يكون الراديكال in the denominators so remove the equal of 0. just we find the x greater than 0 without equal 0. تمام. نداء اوكي حكيك صحيح لكن هنا الراديكال في الدومينيتورز ممنوع نكتب اكبر من او يساوي عفوا انت كتبت اكبر من 0. ممتاز. فكرت كتبت اكبر من او يساوي. ممتاز نداء. اذا في هذه الحالة نجاوب على زميلتكم انه هنا 3x minus 18 just greater than 0 without equal. Why without equal? Because the radical in the denominators في المقام فمنشيل خاصية الصفر. Okay, so we have 3x greater than 18 by divide by 3, so we have x greater than 18 over 3. This equal 6. So we have the domain x greater than 6, or we can write as interval from 6 to infinity. Look at this 6. This is open interval. Okay, open, not closed, because we don't have equality. ما أعرف إذا جاوبت بشكل سليم، إذا كنت تعني هذا الفانكشن. Any question? Any question? Okay. Linear equation and two variables linear function. linear equation والlinear function هما تقريبا نفس الشيء باختلاف هنا f of x وهنا y. Okay, we can put it the linear equation as ax plus by equal what? Equal c, like this. This is the, how can verify or how can know this is the linear? كيف أعرف إنه هذا المعادلة this is the equation for the linear? How can know this ax plus by equals c? This is the linear. ما في أسس، لا في أسس. x to the power 1 y to the power 1 الأس كله واحد. ماشي، ده كلام سليم. أتوقع يعني مثلا رولا حكت ما في أسس. أنا أتوقع إنه هي يعني شوفي عبرتي بكلمات خطأ، لكن أنا عارف إنه نيتك إنه قصدك إنه والله مش حاطين تربيع. أنا عارف بس واحد. نعم، الباور هي 1، فهي ax to the power 1 y to the power 1. This is linear. We don't have y square, y in dominators, y in the radical. ما عندي هذا الكلام كله. عندي x to the power 1 y to the power 1 سواء بالليفت هاند سايد او الرايت هاند سايد، لكن كل الاكس اللي بتظهر to the power 1 and we don't multiply x with any another variable. يعني ما بنضرب x مع y. x مع y هذا مش linear. x لوحدها in term, y in term and equal any constant. اوكي، هذه linear equation، معادلة الخطية. بهذا الشكل بنعبر عنها. Please mute your mic. Please. Please mute your mic. Please mute your mic. That's okay. طيب نرجع للدرس. طبعا سمي linear equation لأنه إذا رسمناه if we sketch the graph of the equation we found the linear يعني line. Okay, and we have X intercept, Y intercept. We have for line we have a three type: increasing, decreasing, horizontal, vertical. Three type of the line. Look at this. بس عشان نعرف أنواع اللاين بس فقط خلينا أوضح. We have three type of the line. Four types, sorry. We have increasing line like this. This increasing also ax plus by equal c. But the a and b opposite sign. Okay, increasing opposite sign. يعني واحد موجب واحد راح يكون سالب. لكن بهذا الشكل a x plus by equal c هذا إما الاثنين موجبات أو الاثنين سالبات. أوكي، a and b positive or a and b negative. أوكي، أما الحالة الأولى increasing بيكون a و B opposite sign. واحد موجب واحد سالب. And we have horizontal line. horizontal line. لا تسمى معادلة خطية ودالة خطية. أوكي، إلا في حالة واحدة. المعادلة الخطية ما تعتبر دالة. خليكم هنا y equal c، يعني هنا فقط راح يكون ال by equal c بدلالة y. لما يكون horizontal بدلالة y، وهذه هي ال c over b. هاي النقطة اللي هي ال x ال y intercept. اوكي، الآن في عندي آخر شيء اللي هو ما يعتبر دالة. This is not function in case what? In case ax equal c. ما في y عندي. ax equal c. This is not function. Okay, and the x intercept we have here اللي هي c over a. Okay. Look at this. The slope هنا the slope هنا عادة denoted by m. This is positive. إذا كان increase the slope positive. If we have decrease the slope m less than 0, negative. If we have horizontal the slope m equal 0. But if we have vertical line, what's the value of slope? If we have vertical line, the slope equal what? Increasing positive, decreasing negative, horizontal 0. The last one, undefined. اوكي، هذا بكون undefined. اي سؤال هنا؟ يعني خذوها من ناحية انه والله انا اذا كان عندي شارع طالع طلوع الميل بكون بوزيتيف، وانا فعليا بزيد كمية البنزين او ضغطتي على البنزين، يعني بدعس بنزين زيادة، صح ولا لا؟ لانه انا طالع بوزيتيف، طلوع بوزيتيف، الميل بوزيتيف. اما مثلا اعطتني قارمة قالت لي الميل نيجاتيف، راح يكون في عندك ميل نيجاتيف. الميل نيجاتيف المفروض انت تنقص اجرك عن البنزين. انا عارف في منكم متهور وبزيد اجره على البنزين، بس هي المفروض الوضع الطبيعي انه ننقص اجرنا عن البنزين، دعسة البنزين. اما اذا كان في عندي الخط افقي لا بزيد ولا بنقص. اذا كان السلوب 0 لا بزيد دعستي على البنزين ولا بنقصها، فبمشي به ثبات كامل. اما لا سمح الله اذا كان في عندنا vertical line جبل عمودي، يعني نخش فيه راح نصير undefined لا سمح الله. طيب شوفوا هنا في عندنا الهوريزونتال لاين عرفها، يعني لاحظ لما يكون هوريزونتال مباشرة الاكس ايكوال وات، الاكس عفوا الواي ايكوال راح تصير واي ايكوال وات، واي ايكوال سوري وين رحنا؟ هنا لاحظوا هنا y equal 2 اللي هي 0 2 الواي انترسبت. ايضا هنا x equal 2 اللي هي 2 0 الاكس انترسبت. فهذا بكون بهذا الشكل. لما يكون y equal فهذا horizontal، x equal number this is the vertical line. Okay, how can find the slope from 2 point if we have 2 point on the what, on the any line? Look at this. This is the line and we have 2 points on the line. The first one x1, y1, and x2, y2. How can find the slope of this line? We can use this one, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Look at this example. We have 2 points. Directly, we can put it, this is x1, y1, and x2, y2. And the slope equal y minus y, 3 minus 5, and x2 minus x1, this is 6, negative minus negative 4. And this is equal minus 2 over 10, and this is equal negative 1 over 5. This is the slope. If you draw, this is the 2 points and connect between them by line, so you can find the line with the slope negative 1 over 2. This is the decreasing line. Look at this. This is the equation called the Slope-Intercept Form. Slope-Intercept Form. Because Slope-Intercept Form, this is equal y equal mx plus b. This is the slope. And this is the y-intercept. Because this is called the Slope-Intercept Form. Slope-Intercept Form, from y equal, we can conclude the slope of this line. This is the coefficient of x, and the b, this is the y-intercept. Y-intercept, this is 0b, but must be y with in the left hand side with coefficient 1. Must be y in the left hand side and the coefficient equal 1. Okay, this is called y-intercept form. And the if we have the f of x equal fixed constant b, this is the function horizontal, must be horizontal. Because f of x, this is y equal b, so this is horizontal. Okay, now بدنا شوي طيب، في عنا شغلات بدنا نستعجل فيها. هنا إذا كان عندي الواي كالتالي، وقلنا نوجد السلوب، find the slope and y-intercept. For 1, y equal 9x minus 3, 3y equal 2 minus 6x, 8x plus 2y equal 10. This is number 2, this is number 3. This is the 3 linear equation, and we need to find the slope and y-intercept. To find the slope and y-intercept for these 3 linear equation, we must put it y solution, y alone on the left hand side with coefficient 1. So we can conclude 9, this is the slope m equal 9, and the y-intercept directly 0, negative 3. This is the y-intercept. Okay, now from the second, the slope equal what? Firstly, look at this. This is not equation y equal. This is 3y equal 2 minus 6x. So must be divided by what? Divided by 3. So we have y equal 2 over 3 minus 6 over 3, this is minus 2x. Okay, now we can conclude the slope m equal what? Equal negative 2, and the y-intercept 0 and 2 over 3. This is the y-intercept. Number 3, we have 2y equal minus 8x plus 10. So move the 8x to another side firstly. After that, divide by what? Divide by 2, because we have 2y, not y. So y equal negative 2, negative 8 divide 2, we have negative 4x. 10 over 2, we have 5. So the slope m equal negative 4, and the y-intercept 0, 5. Okay, any question? Any question? Look at this, write the equation in slope-intercept form. If we need to find the form slope-intercept, just move it 2x to another side, so we have minus 2, and divide by 9, so we have like this. Okay, and the function equal f of x, just the relation between linear and y equal f of x. Okay, now the slope equal what? The coefficient of x minus 2 over 9, and y-intercept equal 0, 2. Average. The average rate of change, if we have two value of x, the average range equal f x, the first x minus the second over x minus the x. Okay, so this is the form to find the average. This is the same slope, the same value of slope. This is means y2, this is y1, because f x1, this is y1, f x2, this is y2. So the average rate, this is equal what? The slope. Find the slope, the same. Okay, يعني كيف إذا كانت مثلا والله في السيل لازم تبين الخطوات، أما إذا كان ضع دائرة أكيد يعني الحل النهائي هو اللي يكفي. Look at this. If we have x8 and x2 10, x1 8, look at x1 8, and this is the point, first point 8 and what? Minus 81, this is the first point, and the second one 10, this is the second 10 and 71. So because we have 2 points, the rate, the average rate, this is the slope, the average rate, this is the slope, and we have 2 points, so this equal 81 minus 71 over 8 minus 10, and compute that, we have 10 over negative 2, this is equal negative 5. Okay, now to find the intersection between two graphs or two function or two line, any intersection point for any two function f of x and g of x, this means find the f of x and equal g of x. Okay, If we need to find f of x and solve the equation f of x equal g of x, you find the intersection point. This is the intersection point. Okay, for example, if we have two equations, this one, the first function f of x equal 2x plus 2 and g of x equal minus x plus 5. I need to find the intersection between f and g. This means 2x plus 2 equal minus x plus 5 and solve this equation. So move the negative x and move the 2, we can conclude 3x equal what? 3 by divide by 3, so we have x equal what? 1. X equal 1, we can substitute x equal 1 in f or in g to find the point. So we have 1 and 4. This is the intersection point. Also, we can solve this inequality. We already discussed this inequality. And look at this. This is the one, x equal 1. And the inequality, already solved it in the second chapter, okay, or previous lecture. Another form to linear equation, this called point slope. Point slope. The first one, slope-intercept. The second formula, point slope. Point slope, we must have the point and the slope m, but not x1, y2, x1, y1 must be 1, 1, okay? So if we have the point x1 and y1 and we have the slope m, we can write the equation of the line by y minus y1 equal m x minus x1. So substitute the m and x1 and y1 in this formula to find the point slope formula. For example, look at this. We have 1 point, 2 and 1, and we have a slope m equal 4. Look at this. This is x1 and this is y1. Substitute x1 and y1 and the slope equal 4 in the equation. In this equation, we can find the point slope formula and convert this to this is slope intercept formula. Okay, convert from the equation from point slope formula to the slope intercept formula. After substitute the y1, x1 and the slope m. If we have two lines are parallel. Parallel means like this, line 1, L1, line 1 and L2, line 2. If we have the line 1 with the slope m1 and line 2 with the slope m2, so m1 equal m2 in case the two lines are parallel. Parallel معناها متوازيين. نعم. فالسلوب شو مالهم are equal. But perpendicular والرمز طبعا L1 parallel ل L2. هذه parallel. But if we have two lines perpendicular, what's the meaning perpendicular? Perpendicular معناه intersection with right angle مع زاوية قائمة. هذا اللاين مثلا line 1 and line 2 we have slope M2 and M1. So we have M1 multiply M2 equal what? -1. The multiplication of two slope are perpendicular must be equal -1. هذا بكونوا متعامدات. إذا كان عندي على سبيل المثال M1 we can if we have M2 we can find M1 by -1 over M2, or if we have M1 we can find M2 by -1 over M1. اوكي، بإمكاننا نطلع الثاني عن طريق الأول إذا متعامدات. الباراليل متساويات، إذا كان بقول لي إنه مثلا L1 و L2 باراليل وهذا 5 فهذا راح يكون 5. بيربنديكولار إذا كان هذا مثلا 2 هذا شو بيكون -1 over 2 وهكذا. Look at this line parallel to this line is what? -1 over. يعني إذا في عندنا لاين مع سلوب هذا السلوب تبعه -1 over 5 so the slope of parallel line the same equal the same -1 over 5, but the slope of the line perpendicular to this line is, for example, this M1 and need to find the perpendicular M2, so we have M2 equal what? -1 over M2, so we have -1 over -1 over 5, so we have negative over negative positive and denominator of denominators numerators. مقام المقام شو بصير؟ بسط بهذا الشكل. مثل هذه الأمثلة الابليكيشن يعني هي فقط فانكشن وبدنا نوجد السي 4 تبعه ونكتب الايكويشن تبعته، يعني بسيطة. نيجي لكيف نجمع نطرح نضرب نقسم تو فانكشن. إذا بدنا نطرح نجمع ونقسم تو فانكشن فقط عملية الجمع اللي هي we can addition x square with x square x with x and constant with constant. هذا in addition and subtraction. And we can multiply any x with any number or any x with any x. Okay. And divide also. Okay. Composition راح أرجع له هذا. خلينا نغطي الثلاثة الأولى الأربعة الأولى. Look at this. We have two functions, f of x and g of x. F of x equal what? X minus 3 and g of x, x squared minus 7x. We need to find, this is find and this is find. Okay. بدنا نوجد f plus g. f plus g معناه مباشرة بنحط x minus 3 plus x square minus 7x. هذا الاف وهذا الجي. ما بنجمع الاكس الا مع الاكس والاكس تربيع مع الاكس تربيع. We have one term in x square and two term in x. We can x minus 7x, this is minus 6x, and we have one constant minus 3. بنحط minus 3 بهذا الشكل. إذا كان عملية طرح خلينا أحطه في إذا كان عندي for example f of x equal 3x square minus 5x plus 1 and g of x equal x square plus 3x, and find for example f of x f minus g of x. Okay, f minus g of x, this equal what? The solution f minus g نحط f of x اللي هي 3x square minus 5x plus 1 negative minus x square plus 3x. This is the g. And we have 3x square minus 5x plus 1 minus x square minus 3x. And this equal, look at this, we have two terms in x square, 3x square minus x square, we have 2x square minus 5x minus 3x, we have minus 8x, and one constant 1, like this. Another example, f of x equal 2x minus 1, and g of x equal x squared plus 5. And we need to find f multiply g. F multiply g, this equal f multiply g of x equal 2x minus 1 multiply x squared plus 5. And this equal multiply 2x with x squared, we have 2x to the power 3. 2x multiply 5 equal 10x. Negative 1 multiply x squared, negative x squared, and negative 5. So this is the simplify. We don't have x to the power 3, just one term. We have one term x squared, we have one term x, and the constant. Okay. Look at the divide, just put it g over f. Just g over f. So put it g over f. Okay. Now we need to find the composition. Composition means the function inside the function. For example, f composite g of x, this f of what? Of g x. So substitute the g of x inside the f. If we need to find g composite f of x, this equal g and substitute f of x, like this. Okay, for example, if we have f of x equal 2x squared plus 3 and g of x equal 5x or x minus 5, like this. Okay, and we need to find number 1 f composite g of x, and we need to find number 2 g composite f of x. Okay, and we can find g composite f at 1, for example, or 2. Look at this, f composite g, this equal f g x. Okay, this means we substitute or replace x with g. So we have 2x squared now to g squared plus 3. Replace x squared with g, because we need to substitute function g inside f, the function f. Now this is equal what? 2, and g equal x minus 5 squared plus 3. Substitute g, the value of g, this is the value of g, x minus 5. Now we have 2, the square x squared minus 10x plus 25 plus 3. Multiplied by 2, we have 2x squared minus 20x plus 50 plus 3. So we have 2x squared minus 20x plus 53. This is the f composite g. Now we need to find G composite F. G composite F, this is G, and substitute inside G f of x. So this is equal what? Look at G. G equal x minus 5. So substitute, replace x with f. So we have f minus 5. What's the value of f? The value of f, 2x squared plus 3. This is the value of f, minus 5. So the G composite f equal 2x squared minus 2. And if you need to find number 3, for example, G composite f at, for example, at 3, so this is equal what? 3 squared minus 2, because we found it G composite f. And G composite f of 3, we can substitute 3 in the G composite f. This equal 3 squared, 9 multiply 2, 18 minus 2, this is equal 16. Okay? Look at this, different quotient. Different quotient, this is the different quotient. If you ask you to find the different quotient, this means find f(x) plus h minus f(x) over h. This is the different quotient. اوكي، هذا يعني هو عبارة عن اسم لقاعدة نسميها different quotient، وهذا قانونها. فمجرد ما قال لكم اوجدوا دي كيو اللي هو difference quotient، يعني بدنا نوجد قيمة هذا. اوكي، اف الاكس بلس اتش ماينس اف الاكس اوفر اتش. مثال عليها، خلينا احطه في صفحة بيضاء أفضل، حتى لو أخذنا نأخذ مثال آخر. يعني هذاك المثال محلول عندكم، خلينا نأخذ مثال آخر. أوكي، مثلا find exercise, find the difference quotient of f of x equal, for example, خلينا نقول 5x square minus، شو هنا في كان عندي؟ طيب خلينا minus 2x مثلا، ممكن نحطها كمان plus 1، ما في عندي مشكلة. اوكي، الآن الحل difference quotient اللي هي f x plus h minus f x over h. هذا هو، مجرد ما قال لي وجد difference quotient. this equal، الآن بدنا نعوض f x plus h، يعني بدل replace x with x plus h. so we have 5x plus h square minus 2 multiply x plus h plus 1 minus f of x. This is f of x. Put it as it is. Over what? Over h. So this equal what? Now we must doing more simplify and remove the brackets. So we have 5x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus 2x minus 2h plus 1 minus 5x squared plus 2x minus 1 all over h. Now this equal 5x squared plus 10xh plus 5h squared minus 2x minus 2h plus 1 minus 5x squared plus 2x minus 1. هنا نلاحظ ملاحظة أثناء find the difference quotient. After simplify, any term without h must be removed. يعني أي term مش مضروب ب H لابد إنه ينحذف. مش أنت تحذفه، هو فعليا لا، يعني راح ينحذف تلقائي. For example, look at this minus 5x square with 5x square. بنلاقي دائما أي شيء ما له علاقة ب H بنلاقي إنه انحذف تلقائي. إذا ما انحذف معك تلقائي بكون عندك خلل في الsimplifications. Okay, look at this 2x minus 2x with 2x plus 1 with minus 1. يعني تلقائي لازم ينحذف. Okay, now after simplify and remove any term without respect to h, we have 10xh plus 5h square minus 2h over h. تمام. And we can now take h as common factor. So we have 10x plus 5h minus 2 and remove h with h. So we have 10x plus 5h minus 2. This is the difference quotient. Okay. Any question? Any question? طيب نكون هيك ختمنا هذا الشابتر، ويعطيكم العافية، ونذكركم انه you have